thank you so much for welcoming me, and I know that thank you so much for those that prayed with us. Like you thanked them, I thank them too. And we are coming to the close of our program, so we are going to make it very, very brief. After which we shall be having a sports program, right?
Yeah, or after this we'll be having the sports fiesta.
Okay.
Yes.
So right now we are, like I said, we are going to summarize, and my question to Shamba wa Shamba will be, how do you think climate change disproportionately affects marginalized communities or countries? Now, whatever we are discussing, we are summarizing because we are finishing up with this topic.
Okay.
Yes.
What is the question again?
The question is, how do you think climate change disproportionately affects the marginalized communities and countries?
Yeah, of course, in summary, it affects much on those communities on the margin than in developed communities, because the resources that are provided to fight this change, probably they are not fairly distributed to this region. So the government or the authorities tend to forget these communities in the margin, so they remain the most affected.
Okay. And I guess also, if we remember last year, we had so much floods.
Yes.
And that flooding, it affected greatly the poor, especially in Madare slum, I think some part of Kibera, where people had to even be sleeping on top of the roof.
Who is to blame? The people themselves.
We blame ourselves. We
Yes.
blame the people, even though we blame the government. The people will tell you it is government, sini serikali tusaidie.
We are the same
Lakini if you go to those places, these are the people that discard plastics anyhow. These are the people that throw rubbish anyhow. So it is your fault. It is my fault. It is.
Anjo, oh, it is a community property. It is not a community property. It is your property. Own it. Make it yours. To see to it that it flourishes and it does well to take care of you. Then on environment department in Kenya, I will just, if they are listening to me now, I will request them to support Radio Maria to take care of this topic of environment. If wherever they are listening to me, an environmental department or anybody who is listening to me now, I request, because Radio Maria seems to be pro-environment. You can imagine 2 Saturdays we have been talking about this environment. And even the person hosting this session, this program, has written a book on environment.
In fact, they should support me.
They
those books to the,
yes,
for the students
for
in
the
school.
students in primary
Yes.
schools. By the way, the government of Kenya should check on that. They should buy this book. If they cannot reach the Laudato Si encyclical by Pope Francis, then they can reach you and buy your book and take it to primary schools at least, or secondary schools and junior secondary schools at least, to help these young men and women. And that is Sr Aurelia, who is the author of the same book. And if you want it, you can just reach her, and then you will have your book. Then another thing I would like to say is that life is not like a microwave. We need to work. A microwave, you just switch on electricity and you switch it on, and then it works for you. It warms your food. But life is not that way. We need to work ourselves. We need to go down and work. We need to take care of our environment. This environment, it takes care of us. So we need also to kurudisha mkono. Kurudisha mkono is just to give thanks. Give thanks to this environment. And you can only give thanks to this environment by making sure that you live in a good environment, a clean environment, green environment. Just as we say, Karen is green. Not because it has rained. Karen is always green, except the roads that are black. But the environment itself is always green. I don't know where they get rain at night, or it is just down there. But
yeah, just
but
blessed. It's the heart of Africa.
So as I also say that beauty attracts beauty. If we are smart, then we can attract smart people. There's a lecturer in Tangaza who says, people will address you the way you dress. So if you don't dress well, you are just shabby. And that is Sister Caro Cheriot. She says, you will be dressed you will be addressed the way you dress.
You'll be
If you
dressed as a chokora.
if you dress like a chokora, then you will be addressed as a chokora. But if you dress smartly, then you will be that way. So we should keep our environment clean, and if it is clean, then whoever comes from outside to come to visit you people cannot make that environment dirty. But in case, or in short, she or he will keep that environment clean because she or he found it clean, and that is will be a good example. And the very last thing is that let us be good ambassadors, ambassadors of this environment. It is ours. To the youth, you are still young. I am young. You know, I cannot say that this environment is for my father. My father is already old, and in fact, my father is already dead. It is my mother who is there, and she's aging. This is ours. Tomorrow is ours. It is not theirs. This is ours. Let's preserve our tomorrow, and our tomorrow is this environment. Let's keep environment clean. Let's keep our parishes. You know, parishes have compounds. Let's make them green. Let's keep them clean. And from the parish, we can also keep our outstations clean. From the outstation, we can keep our jumuiya, small train communities clean. From those small train communities, we can start campaigns about this environment, and the whole village will follow it. And of course, Catholics are very good in that. We lead as others follow.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, and for calling on the government to support. So far, they have started supporting. I wouldn't want to let them go. And I extend my thanks and greetings to the managing director of NEMA, Mr. Mamo. He purchased some books, and he's really working hard on the mambo ya environment. It is his work, I know, but he's working very, very hard. Thanks so much, Mr. Mamo. I send my greetings, special greetings to you and your family. And as we come to the conclusion, I support what he just said. Let us work together to make clean. It is my responsibility. It is your responsibility. It is our responsibility, not the government's responsibility. The government should just come in to just support us however they can, but let us play our part as the members of this society. Thank you very much. I remain Sister Aurelia, and stay tuned.
Thank you so much, sister. You remain Sister Aurelia. You almost changed. Anyway, I want to you've congratulated Mr.
Mamo. Yes.
Managing director of NEMA. I want to tell him, if he's listening, that Radio Maria is open to teaching.
Yes.
Okay.
Instead of having this program as a by the way on a youth program,
Yes.
we can have a weekly program on a weekday where people are listening, people are tuned in, and we can work out on the dynamics on how it goes. It's very open.
You are telling the right person. In fact, even if he's not listening, I make sure he gets this link and listen to it.
Because it's very possible that they can, even if it's not him, they can send their officers over.
Okay.
And we have done that with KRA, we've done that with several other government agencies.
Okay.
And it can still work, so that we can have a weekly thing that is beneficial to the country and to the environment at large.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. And
Right.
on another thing, as we wind up, as we conclude, when you guys are really praising Karen,
Yeah.
and I think it's a bit unfair when you start when you praise Karen and leave other sides.
I praise where I come from. I don't know what
Okay.
other
I've
people are doing.
never been to Dandora myself.
Okay, exactly.
I've never been to other
like
places.
You guys don't know the dynamics. Do you know where the garbage from Karen is thrown?
We are talking about it here.
Do you know where it's thrown?
That is what we say we shall
That would be
investigate.
very unfair with you guys when